Welcome back, guys. So it has been a little bit since we got a video out. We are currently about 9.5 weeks out from the Detroit Pro and my pro debut. So it's about 6:30. Just got up, took some fasted supplements, and then now I'm about to take my dog Loki out for his morning walk run. I don't run, I just walk. We go to a big field and then I let him run around. We do some commands and keep him a little busy. Here's this little guy. Say hi, Loki. For those of you who don't know, we rescued Loki back in October. Our first Doberman passed away in September. And then we had found a Doberman that was needing rehoming, just not being in a good family. So we decided to get him, took the challenge on. It was very hard up front. He was a lot of work, but he's a lot better now. So very grateful for him and all the love he brings to the family now. But I'm going to take him out there now. I'm going to bring the camera out, record a little bit. And then, yeah, I will see you guys in the next clip. So, when we're out here, what I'll try to do, okay, go on. I try to get anywhere from like 4,000 to 5,000 steps in the morning because right now I'm doing 8K a day. So, just getting at least half of them done in the morning, first thing when I wake up, it's like, in a way, it's a fasted cardio. Not really getting my heart rate too crazy. I think it gets up to like 95 at the pace I walk. So nothing crazy high, but doing that for like 30 minutes of walking, 45 minutes of walking. You know, it does, kickstart your metabolism first thing in the morning. I like getting a little bit of activity in before eating. And then once cardio starts to pick up towards like the end of prep, if it does, I will actually be doing fasted cardio because lately I've just been doing cardio after I train. So, I'm kind of just enjoying it after I train. I don't want to get up even earlier to do cardio. It's not that I can't, but at least right now I'm enjoying like doing this first thing in the morning rather than like, doing this and then doing cardio. So I can just kind of get my morning started right after this. Just go eat, start client check-ins, whatever else I may have going on for the day. So for today, we have a good amount of stuff going on. I'm going to have some client work after I get done eating. I'm going to do all that as much as I can, at least first half of the day. And then at noon, we're going to be going to Absolute Recomp Frisco. My guy Cody, who's doing my YouTube stuff now, is going to be shooting. We're just going to be doing training session, arms and chest day, because it's not just push, it's mainly arms. Bien. Sorry, I had to call him back. He was getting a little too far. And there he is. Yeah, so we're going to be training at Absolute Recomp today. I love that gym. It's like 15 minutes from my house. It's very, very easy drive. You don't even got to get on the highway. And the gym is phenomenal. So I'll take you guys through, show you some of the equipment with Cody while he's filming me. So I won't have to set this up on a tripod. I'm just doing this to get like the first half of the day while Cody's not with me. But yeah, I'm going to try to start doing a video a week at least for prep. And I would really like to start getting these out all the way up leading to the show. Detroit Pro, for those who don't know, 9.5 weeks. And then we got some stuff planned after that for the year, guys. So it's going to be a really fun year, and I'm super, super excited to have you guys a part for it. So, all right, guys. So when I'm done walking, I come in here. Loki's a little worn out. And I just down my digestion shake on the way home. So it's digestion, hydration. It's got 1 scoop of core nutritionals hydration in here. We've got coconut water, taurine, trace minerals, sodium, magnesium, potassium, all those electrolytes you need to absorb the water you're drinking, hold it in your muscles and get awesome pumps. And it's obviously hydration is essential for your brain, cognitive function, everything in the body depends on hydration. So number one, to get that down first thing in the morning, and then a scoop of a GI supplement, and then I do a 2 scoops of glutamine, which is about 10 grams as well. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Before I head home, the field that we were at is in our neighborhood, so it's not really like a trek for me at all. So I just 2 minutes here. It's easier to just drive here, let him get some energy out, than and then keep me walking the whole time rather than us walking all the way here, doing that, and then walking back. So just more time efficient. So gonna down this, and then I will see you guys, or I will show you guys what I'm doing for breakfast next. All right, guys, just got back, fed the dog. Now I'm gonna start making my breakfast. So I'm gonna grab everything I need, and then I will be showing you guys what I'm doing. So breakfast includes a bunch of good stuff. So some oats, boom. Good old trusty sushi rice. Some chicken. An egg. Can't eat eggs without ketchup. Just how it goes, guys. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the stove warming up a little bit. Well, I can't use that. That needs to be cleaned, so I'm gonna clean this real quick. But breakfast is a little bit higher today, just due to the fact that I'm gonna be training at noon. Breakfast is usually lower because I usually go after 3 meals. So actually my meal 2 is a pretty high carb meal along with my pre-workout meal. So I'm basically doing the food for my meal 2 for my breakfast, and then pre-workout, and then I'll have the breakfast later in the day, just because that is a much lower carb meal because I usually train after 3 meals. So kind of the method behind the madness right now. So gonna get this cleaned up and then stick it on the oven. Get this warmed up while do a couple sprays of oil on that. This is very this takes like 8 or 9 sprays to even get a gram. So that was about 6 sprays. So a little under a gram of fat. Thing's very useful. You don't have to keep rebuying the oil sprayers. So you get this off Amazon and just take like avocado oil or algae oil, high smoke point oil that's healthy. Stick it in here, and then you can just spray it. It's freaking so convenient. So, all right, so I'm gonna start weighing out our food. So we got 80 grams of oats. Pretty good about memorizing my food. I don't forget my meals. So 80 grams. Put that over here. Then put some hot water in here. So I just use, a lot of people will use like a kettle that they warm up. I just use the espresso maker because this has hot water that comes out of it, so you can make like Americanos and stuff. So this is super convenient. I love this. So what I'll do is I'll just put the amount of hot water that I usually do to, or the same amount of water I do to cook the oats. But as it pours out, I'll just kind of like mix the oats up a little bit. Get it to the amount of water I want. Sometimes you got to restart it, because it only gives out a certain amount of water before it stops. So got about the amount of water I want there. So now what I'm going to do is just throw a little bit of cinnamon in here. Costco cinnamon is the best. Mix that up nice. And then with it being hot water, you have to be careful because Maybe it's just my microwave's really strong, but if you take the hot water and then you put it in the microwave for the amount of time that you usually put it on, it'll blow up really quick. So I'm gonna put this in for like 30-minute intervals and then stir it. While that's going right now, pop an egg in here. And unfortunately, I broke the yolk, the freaking best part, so that sucks. Because the yolk, for those who prep, you know when you're prepping, those yolks are amazing, so that's unfortunate. So now, I'm gonna get this chicken cut up real quick. I do 168 grams of chicken. And I don't know if it's just because I'm in prep or what. I mean, it hasn't bothered me even when I was in the off season, but I don't even warm this up. I usually will just leave it as is, kind of cold. I'll kind of cut the pieces up. And yes, I washed my hands before I did this, guys, because I actually did some dishes before I started recording. So, chop this up a little bit. More minced your meat is, like chopped up or ground up or whatever, easier it is to digest. So, a little pro tip for you guys. If you want better digestion, you're eating a lot of food, cut your meats up more, turn them into ground meat, whatever you gotta do to get that food down. So I'm gonna grab my paper towel, wipe my fingers off, give this oatmeal a little bit of a stir. So just do another 30 seconds, let that go. And while all that's going, I'm gonna go ahead and take these pills down. So Tuesday AM, extra. Oh, it's a lot of pills. Whew. So I'm gonna stick this over here. The egg's almost done. And you know, getting all these supplements made out once a week. You know, I have a full month AM and PMs, and then I have extra AM overflow, PM overflow. I have a pre-workout one, and then I have a fasted pills that I take. So I'm very regimented when it comes to taking these pills, just because portioning them out sometime during the week really helps me just get prepared for the week, and then it helps me like not forget to take stuff. You know, when you're prepping and you're just taking tons of different things, you know, you're on top of your health in every aspect, wanting to take all your health supplements all the time, not miss. So that just kind of keeps me in a spot to where I'm able to keep taking everything and then not forget it, you know, because when the prep brain kicks in, you know, you'll forget a lot of stuff, forget to take stuff. So now oatmeal is nice in the consistency I like it. We'll bring this out. This egg is done. Sadly, there's no yolk to put on there. It's just like a egg today. But I throw some ketchup on here because ketchup, eggs, and chicken are just like the best combination. I don't care what you say. And now for the rice. This is the for the oatmeal, this is the interesting part. I add 100 grams of rice. If you've never added cold rice or hot rice to oatmeal, added a little too much. If you've ever added it to oatmeal, it mixes very well. So if you're trying to just not use as much fiber and you want to get more carbs in a meal, throw some rice in there. Don't throw too much because it'll turn it into like a weird texture, but if you throw like, this is 100 grams of rice on top of that, I just mix it up and it's like rice pudding. It's not bad at all because it's got cinnamon in there. And then what I'm gonna do, just to make it taste a little bit better, is once I got that mixed up, I'm gonna take one of these stevia packets, throw it in there, and then I'm gonna grab 110 of these mixed berries. So, okay, right on the money. So, oatmeal, raspberries, chicken and egg. That is, for the most part, the breakfast. Now, I'm gonna get my coffee ready and I'll show you guys everything. All right, guys, so this is breakfast. So, according to the macros, meal one is 825 calories, 74 grams of protein, 84 grams of carbs, and 16 grams of fat. So we got the oats, rice, berries, cinnamon, egg, chicken, some ketchup, and 2 shots of espresso and a little bit of almond milk. So I'm gonna get this down, guys. I'm gonna be going over some coaching work after this. So probably get through all that, kind of take you guys a little bit through what I'm doing. And then we'll get meal 2 down, pre-workout meal. We'll get all our stuff ready for training. We'll head over to Absolute, and you guys are in for a treat to see all the amazing equipment at this new facility. So I'm excited to show you guys, so stay tuned. So it's about that time. We are getting ready for the gym. Right now, I'm actually getting my post-workout ready. So what this is actually cinnamon apples. So this is going on my post-workout. So my post-workout is actually a scoop and a half of, or I'm sorry, it's split. So 75 of each of these chocolate decadents and the peanut butter cup, Core Nutritionals Whey ISO. Those are my 2 favorite flavors, and there's nothing that's gonna touch that. Those 2 are amazing. So I like to mix them a lot. That chocolate decadence, to me, there's not even a chocolate that comes close to that. So what I do is, so I take my base here. So I do 140 grams of Bolognese Samoa. So that's my base. And then I do the cinnamon apples on top. So it looks something like this. Threw it in this container so I can eat it post-workout. And then I make the whey drip in another container here. So what I'm gonna do is actually let this sit in the fridge until I leave, or the freezer actually, so it gets pretty cold. Let it sit on the ice packs, and then once it's cooled off, I'm gonna throw the whey drip on there to kind of like, it'll be almost like a little bit of a cake with icing. Closest thing you're gonna get when you're prepping. So that's what I'm gonna do there. And then for my pre-workout, I'll show you guys there. Pre-workout meal, sorry. And then my actual pre-workout. So this is what it's consisting of. So my pre today, I did 3 pumps of the Core Nutritionals pump. So the full serving is 2. I do 3. Just get a little bit of extra pump in there. And then I do 1 scoop of our Fury, which also has some pump stuff in it. We've got a little bit of creatine in here. We've got Vasodrive, got caffeine anhydrous. So this is our, like, basically our stim and pump formula. So this is the Australian edition. So we got Australian raspberry chews. So this is my first time trying this flavor. Super pumped. So I'll let you guys know how it tastes. Stacked with the cotton candy cherry berry flavor. Oh, this flavor, there's nothing like this. I love this stuff. So that's what I got mixed in here. And here I have 25 grams of dextrose. And then I have 3 scoops of our advanced BCA formula. So this is basically just our BCAs with glutamine, beta-alanine, and citrulline in it. So got a little bit of that intra workout stuff in there as well. And then I have an extra 15 grams of EAAs that I put in there, and as well as 5 grams of creatine in here and 5 grams of creatine in my pre. So that is my my intra workout, and then my post workout. Oh, and I do another 120 grams of ground turkey on top of that, because I don't do all my protein and just whey. So that is my kind of intra, post workout. I'm gonna get this wrapped up because I'm kind of in a rush right now. I'm gonna put together my pre-workout meal, and then I'll show you guys when I'm eating that, what that is. And then we're gonna head over to the gym. What's going on, guys? I am on the way to the gym now to train. It's about noon. It's 12:01. Wanted to be there at 12, but I'll probably get there around 12:15. But anyways, I didn't film my pre-workout meal. I was in a little bit of a rush. Had a bunch of client work to get done before that, and then I was rushing to get everything ready. So what I ate was 250 grams of tilapia, 300 grams of rice, and 100 grams of banana. So that's been my pre-workout. And then I do some acetyl L-carnitine, but with that I do 1.5 grams orally. And then once I get closer, I'll probably start doing some injectable L-carnitine. I work with authentic Aminos, so all of my peptides, aminos, anything of that nature, you guys can check them out. We've got GLPs, BPC, TB500, any of those healing compounds. We've got so many different things, Arimidex, all the good stuff. So if you guys are needing any of that, my discount is 20% off with code McCall, so you guys can use that. But like I was saying, injectable L-carnitine, it can be a little bit thick, so and it kind of hurts, so especially the higher the milligram dosage. So right now I'm just doing 3 grams a day, so I do 1.5 grams with my first meal and 1.5 grams with my pre-workout meal orally. Once I get, probably in like 2 weeks, I'll probably start doing like 200 to 300 milligrams injectable before I train, and then just leave it at that. Probably stop doing the oral by then. Just the injectable is it works very well. And it kicks in super quick. You don't have to wait for that like 45-minute, hour window digestibility. Kicks in within like 10-20 minutes once your blood's pumping and it's in your system. So that's the convenience about that. It's just injecting, so using like a 3/4 inch small insulin needle, intramuscular, so it's pretty easy. And then what we are trying, or what I'm trying this prep, is some SLU at 500 micrograms before I train as well. So being 9 weeks out, I think that has definitely helped a little bit. Kick up that energy expenditure, put those mitochondria in overdrive, especially before you train. Can definitely help with your performance, and then just energy expenditure in general. It just makes your mitochondria produce ATP more efficiently. So that is what I've been using. Really like it. And that's kind of just what I'm doing. So now we're about 10 minutes away, sipping on my core pump and core fury. I'm gonna try this Australian gummy flavor mixed with the cherry berry cotton candy flavor. So let's see how it is. All right, that's an interesting flavor. I really like it. It's unique, Australian gummy candy, because I've never had that, but you know, it's different than, you know, most companies just do sour gummy. So definitely get the gummy flavor. It tastes really good, especially mixed with that cotton candy. That cherry berry cotton candy flavor is my favorite. Like, you just can't beat that flavor. Whether it's in the BCAAs, whether it's the pump product, or whether it's the Fury, it all tastes delicious. So we've got a couple different of the fun sweets flavors, cherry berry and orange. I think it's orange creamsicle, and then the other one is like a mystery flavor. I believe it's like a grape flavor. I haven't tried that one yet, but I have tried the orange cream flavor. It's absolutely delicious. That's the ABC, the Advanced BCA formula that I'm using intra workout. I did 2 scoops of that. So that flavor has been delicious. It's really good, especially using the plain EAAs that I mix in there. So I do some plain EAAs, some creatine, and then throwing that on top of it, it masks that like unflavored flavor of the EAAs really well, and it makes it taste really good. So, but yeah, guys, I am just a couple minutes out, not too far. So I will see you guys when I get there. I'm actually going to be talking to the COO of Absolute when I get there to help him with some Flavor Gang stuff. We are probably going to be getting Flavor Gang products into Absolute Recomp. So I'm going to show him. They just ordered some samples. I'm going to show him how to mix it up, how to make it taste good. You know, because those of you who do use Flavor Gang, the brownie batter, most people like that to come out like a brownie, so you do have to use a different amount of water versus, you know, if you do something like the cream pie flavor and you want it more like a creamier texture. It's all about how much water you mix it, how you mix it, and how long you heat it up. So I will do some filming when I get there to kind of show you guys how we do it and to give you like a little bit of insight. So Cody will probably be filming that because he's already there. I'm like right behind him. So I will see you guys when I get there. It's time to get a juicy pump. It's like to do some shoulder mobility stuff. Any upper body day, I start with shoulder mobility. I usually just sit here, lat lock down, let the shoulders stretch back. And I'll sit here for like 20 seconds each side, and then I'm going to show you guys kind of how I do the rest of it, because I think this is very important, especially if you're one of the bigger guys in bodybuilding. I mean, even if you're not, like, as you develop more muscle around this area, your shoulders tend to get locked up too. So keeping your shoulders loose is, number one, it's going to prevent injury. Number two, you're going to be more mobile, so you can get into your poses a lot easier on stage. You're gonna look better. So, and you're gonna train better. So, I usually will just do one shoulder at a time, and then now I'll just do 10 rotations back, keeping my elbow in line with my shoulder as much as I can. This is one of the lightest bands they have, but it's still kind of heavy for me for my shoulders. So I like to use the black ones that are a little bit thinner. So if you can find a thinner band, I would suggest doing that. So I'll just do external rotations, about 10. It's a little heavy, but it'll get some blood in there, do what I need it to do. So now I'll grab it here, I let it stretch out, and then I'll rotate in. About 10 reps. So the plan to start is we're going to do 3 sets of flies. So those 2 didn't count, those are just warm-ups, but we'll do 3 working sets of flies. I think I'm going to pull this forward a little bit. 3 sets of flies, move into the pressing movements, then hit arms. The reason why I like to move into flies first on this day is because getting a lot of blood into the chest before those pressing movements, at least for me, has helped a lot. You know, I'm not really focused on like how strong can I get with my pressing movements. It's more of like how long can I continuously keep that muscle under tension to make it grow. Strength really isn't my focus. There's probably a lot of other bodybuilders out there a lot stronger than I am, but to me that's not my focus. My focus is on getting better and improving my physique, especially being 9.5 weeks out. Next on the menu is arms now. So what I do with arms on my arm day, so it doesn't take 10 hours in here, is I superset all my bicep and tricep stuff. I like doing it. Some people don't prefer it, but I get a crazy pump when I do it. 9.5 weeks out, I'm still getting really good pumps with it. So it's worked for me. I'm gonna continue to do it. So what I'm gonna start with here, is that 20? Yeah. So I will start with cross body extensions. So it's basically just like a single arm extension, but you're doing both. Leaning a little forward and then just extending out. So I'm gonna do a couple warm-ups here, and then I'm gonna superset that with like an over the head bicep curl, this Atlantis machine that we have. It's really awesome. This new tech standing, what is it? It's called a multi-pulley, but it's like a multi-functional machine. I love this thing. You got the Prime ones over there, and the Prime ones used to be like the holy grail of functional trainers, and now that the new tech came out, like this one even has a pull-up bar here. You got spots to put cable attachments. You can bring this up. So I'll show you later when I do drag curls. You can do curls, you can do flies, and then you have that stabilized back pad to move your scapula. So this thing's freaking amazing. I want one of these for my house. crazy too, because I have friends that'll do like, mainly like on leg stuff, but they'll do like 1-2 sets maybe on like 4 or 5 exercises, and that's it. And I'm over here doing like 7 exercises, 2-3 sets. But I really like to tell people that it's not always like what you see your favorite bodybuilder on Instagram or YouTube doing. You kind of just trial and error, have to figure out what works best for you. For me, I've done that lower volume kind of stuff, really high intensity sets. It's worked. It's definitely worked. I've put on a lot of size with it. But when I switched to a little bit more volume, nothing crazy, like 4 sets plus on exercise, anywhere from like 2 to 3. And then just a good amount of exercise selections to make sure I'm hitting that muscle every angle I can, it worked wonders for me, especially this last year. 25 at the beginning of the year, rolling into this year, I've just seen so much progress from high volume and a lot less kinks, injuries, pains from lifting like super heavy weights, and that's all dependent on the person, what's heavy for you. But I really stay within a rep range. I don't go below 8, and if it's too heavy that you can barely get 8, then you're probably doing too much weight. You should always, even your top sets, be hitting anywhere from 8 to 10. And then when I do arms, shoulders, I'm doing 15, 20, 25 reps. So, and I mean, long term, if you look at it, like Jay Cutler lasted so long, he still looks amazing. He didn't beat himself up. Like, he did high volume stuff. And then, like, I only say this, like, when you look at Ronnie, right? Ronnie was the best ever. But look, Ronnie is really beat up now. So, and Ronnie lifted insanely heavy. So I think that just kind of says it. So, and then it's case to case person. So. Do one more here and then call it.
Guys, I am back from training. We just got done filming, training, cardio, posing. I'm exhausted, and I did the sauna too. So, luckily tomorrow is a refeed day. I just did check-ins with Cameron, so got something to look forward there. And he said probably the next 3 days, so that's gonna be nice. Anyways, we are eating our post-workout because it is like 4 o'clock now. So. What I got here is my Samoa bowl of gains. As you guys can see, it's locked on my face, so I have to put it in front of my face. So this is the Samoa bowl of gains. I'm going to flip it actually. Samoa bowl of gains with caramelized softened apples, and then peanut butter cup and chocolate decadence whey drip on top. So it's like this kind of like cake-like thing that's got cinnamon apples and then peanut butter and chocolate frosting on top. And if you guys haven't had Core Nutritional's whey yet, their whey is so icing like once you turn it into a whey drip. So it has that like perfect consistency for just putting on top of cream of rice, I mean oatmeal, whatever you want to put it on. If you want to, like, for creamies, it's got a great consistency. So their pro protein is really good for creamies. If you mix the pro, which is a whey concentrate and isolate blend, I think it's also got a little bit of milk in there too, so you're getting a couple different proteins, and then you mix it with the iso. It comes out really, really well. So then you're just getting more isolate in there than you are the other ones. So just options. But yeah, that is the post-workout, and then a little bit of turkey on top of that. Workout was great. My chest, I did a little bit of chest to start, just 2 exercises, and then all arms, and then shoulders, calves, cardio, and sauna, and posing. So a lot of stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna get this down real quick, guys, and then I will show you guys what's for the next meal.
All right, my party people, I've just made my next meal. It's 150 grams of rice, 224 grams of chicken, literally just 5 grams of oil. So I'm just gonna spray it on here. Yeah, so it's avocado oil and 5 grams of oil, and then 50 grams of spinach. I actually recorded another video of me making it all, so you guys would have gotten to see all that and all my little tips that I gave in the video, but I filmed it in the vertical mode, not the horizontal mode, whatever it's called. So I unfortunately am not going to put that in. So this is some sauerkraut as well. It's dill flavored. Delicious, found it at HEB. It's called Flanagan Farms Organic Sauerkraut. If you like sauerkraut, here's an option. I guess it undetected my face. Let's fix that. There we go. All right, so the sauerkraut, and then I'm gonna throw just a little bit of Cholula on there. I was saying in the previous video that I'm not posting, but how a lot of people say veggies aren't essential in a diet, but I do think eating veggies, you get a lot of micronutrients in there, just from natural sources. And then I know micronutrients dictate how you feel. You know, macronutrients dictate how you look. So the more micronutrients you're getting into your body, the healthier you are. And then vegetables is just another way to get those vegetables, fruit. So people who tell you you don't have to eat veggies, you don't have to, but if you want to be healthier and get more micronutrients into your diet, into your body, that's a good way to do it. So you don't have to buy supplements all the time, as well as a little bit of extra fiber in there. Doesn't hurt anybody, you know, that helps digestion. So, but yeah, this is my next meal, guys. It is a very prep-ish meal. You know, look at this. Nice spinach, chicken, and rice. A little bit of oil, so, and some sauerkraut. So, not a very fun meal, but tomorrow we're getting a refeed. So, I'm actually going to film that too. That'll just be posted on another day. So, a little extra content for you guys. You can see what I'm eating on a refeed 9 weeks out, and kind of what that looks like. So, I'm going to get this down. I'm about to take Loki outside. So, I'm going to relax a little bit, and I'll see you guys at the next meal. All right, guys, so we are back for our last meal of the night. So we're getting everything ready. I got the rice in the microwave right now. 285 grams of rice. And then I'm weighing out just some zucchini I got cut up in here. I'm gonna do 100 grams of zucchini. Right on the dot. Now, I'm just going to cut some of this zucchini up. And then with that, I have some prepackaged 93.7 beef. I'll cut this open. And I'm doing 224 grams of this. So just break that up close to the whole packet. Boom. Get exactly on the dot. Not 1 gram over and not 1 gram under. Cool. Got that in there. So I'm gonna kind of just chop some of this up too, because it's all like hamburger, like in a hamburger basically. And I just dropped some. And I'm gonna use it because it's been on the floor like 2 seconds and I'm not gonna waste that. I don't care what y'all think. My immune system is strong. So I'm just gonna chop some of this up, get it nice and into smaller pieces. And then let that sit there, I'm gonna grab the spoon and then I'm just dropping everything. And then I'm gonna take some of these diced up red onions that I got from HEB, because I don't want a whole onion and I don't want to have to dice it up. I'm just gonna throw some of these on the pan right here. And I'm gonna show you guys how I'm doing this. So, get a nice little view of the pan in there. Got onions in there. I'm gonna throw a little bit more because I don't know how much longer these are gonna be good. And then with that, I just throw a tiny little bit of some minced garlic for some extra flavor. I throw that in there. Let the flavor cook a little bit. It smells amazing. So these are gonna saute really fast. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and throw this on there now with that. And while that heats up, I'm just gonna drizzle some of this sweet Thai chili sauce on there. And yes, this is all counted for, because I know this has carbs in it. I actually pull like 15 grams of carbs from this meal to account for that sauce. So I'm gonna mix this up now. Some of that flavor in there. And I'm gonna turn this heat down just a little bit. It is a little high. Smells delicious. If y'all can smell this, it smells freaking crazy. All right, so now that's all mixed up. Hit my face, dude. There we go. Is it on my face? Yeah. This thing can be so finicky. This is the DJI Osmo. But got my rice here. This is a good trick too. If y'all have, get this down over here for you. So if y'all have cold rice, what you can do is just take 2 plates, put one on top of the other, and it steams it like perfectly. You can see that. Look how perfect that is. So do that to get a nice steamed rice if your rice is cold and you want it steamed nicely. And if you don't, you can just microwave it, or you can take it and throw it on a pan and fry it up. Cold rice cooks very well on a pan. On these pans, I have to use a tiny bit of oil or it won't stick. So That's why I'm not throwing it on there, because I don't want to add those extra fats into my meal. Right now, being 9 weeks out, I mean, still kind of far, and I think we're a little bit ahead of the game, but I like to be very ahead, so room to feed up, get more food in. So now I'm going to take some of this up. I'm just going to mash some of this beef with this beef masher. If you don't have one of these, you need to get one because they're very useful. So turn it so I can show you guys. It'd be a lot easier to show if this was like raw and then I was just cooking it up. You can see how easy it mashes it up, but like even with this cooked beef, it just mashes very well. Turn this off. And I'm going to take my rice bowl. And then I'm going to get all that goodness in there. So then, this could be even more complete if I had my Flavor Gang takeout sauce, but I'm out right now, and I'm waiting for my shipment, so this is just going to be a whole vlog of me trying to capture my head. But look at this, guys. Look how freaking amazing. There goes another piece. Alright guys, so just chilling here. I just turned the TV on. I think this is Hell's Kitchen. Yeah, I think this is Hell's Kitchen. I just turned the TV on and this is what was on, so I decided to watch it. Anyways, just sitting here enjoying the meal. It's about 8:55. I'll be going to bed in the next half hour. So the totals for this meal are, let me get them up for you guys. We got 60 protein, 74 carbs, and 26 fat to wrap up for the day. And our totals are for the day, I'm gonna put them right there, is 330 protein. That is not right. My last meal is actually 69 protein, 84 carbs, 21 fat. I was looking at my refeed diet. My totals for the day are 375 protein, 460 carb, and 60 fat. So 3,800 calories. Food's not super high right now, but it's still in a really good spot. So I'm happy with things. Things are going good, and you know I couldn't be more excited for where we're at in prep. I think it's going very well. I think it has been pretty easy so far. You know, today or yesterday was that first day I kind of felt like I was prepping. So it's been good, and I'm really excited for the rest of it. So I'm gonna finish this meal up, guys. It's getting late. It's been a long day, and I will see you guys in the next video. So please like, subscribe if you actually like the videos. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you liked about the video. You know, tell me what you guys would like to see. More ideas for content. Say, hey, just full days of eating, day in the life, training videos, coaching, Q&A videos would be pretty cool to do. So just give me ideas, guys. I'm doing a lot of these now, and we're going to be pumping out content. So just keep the ideas coming in, guys. Thank you so much, and I appreciate it.